A 1 and a 2.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to our 6th episode of our Union campaign. As you can hear, I've been very sick. I still got a cold going on. So I'm very sorry about the abrupt pause of videos. This video is probably not going to be that long either, simply because I don't want you stuck with me with a, stuffy voice like this. Might be a little bit annoying to listen to, so I'm going to just go through a couple of things. We're probably just going to do some planning this episode, and yeah, let's get right into it. So, McClellan withdrew from Kernstown, Winchester. He's on his way back to Washington. Banks is going to stay guard. McDowell staying put. That's pretty much it. In terms of the East, we have Cadwalader is going to move down to Fort Monroe, just for now, so that he can easily make his way to Fort Hatteras once he's done. Probably have to deal with this squadron here. I don't know if it's moving towards my fleet or not, but yeah, that's going to have to be dealt with if we want Cadwalader to cross the channel. But they're still recruiting these two armies here. Furthermore, our fort in West Virginia, Fort Reynolds, is complete, and I put a small garrison in it. So we're now going to move this army down to Beverly Crossroads here. In the west, I separated a couple of armies here. I got Thomas moving down to Harrodsburg, just because we're stretched a bit too thin here in case they would move for the center here to Louisville. Then I got a training division here under Robert Anderson, which are just the previous troops that I had in the other army. I got Camp Dick Robinson is finally complete, so I put Nelson here for now, and just 3rd U.S. Just as guard duty for now. And we're going to turn this into a recruitment center eventually. Buell is about ready to strike Nashville. He's just standing by, waiting for Grant to get his readiness up. But we did defeat the army at Fulton, and we're going to move down to Fort Heiman here. I don't know if in this episode or maybe the next episode. And once we've taken northern Tennessee, that's when we can really start planning what we want to do with this campaign. And as we can see here, they withdrew to Fort Pillow, so Polk is guarding Fort Pillow right now and the Mississippi. So if we ever want to move down the Mississippi, we're going to have to push them out of Memphis and Fort Pillow. But that's for another time. I think our fleets here are pretty much ready to move as well, so we're just waiting for Grant to get his readiness up, essentially. In the far west, we got Curtis. I decided to build some hospitals, by the way. That's why you see these icons here. They'll be done in about 3 days. Just because we need some hospital coverage across the fronts. Hunter is standing by at Warsaw, and Curtis at Rolla. So I'm not sure we're going to move Hunter, but we're going to move Curtis down to Springfield soon and get these guys out of Missouri. Yeah. That about covers everything, I think. We got a naval engagement going on here as well, but it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. Yeah. That pretty much covers the recap of this episode. I'll catch up to you when something interesting happens. Alright, we're back. We just had I think a victory here. Gonna send him back and yeah, to repair. But then we also have another engagement going on here now. In, well, Hampton Roads, pretty much. I don't like how these fleets auto-move to reinforce. I really don't want them to do that. I want them to stay and guard these crossings here. Oh, there goes I think that's a brig. And they are retreating. One sunk. Good job. Good job. Blockade. They are low on firepower, which is a problem. I don't have much I can send in terms of reinforcements right now. Maybe the Dale, the Savannah, the Runner. Yeah, that's gonna have to do. And I guess we're just gonna have to keep rowing there as well, for now. Which is, I think it was the fleet that was repairing. What's his status, actually? Okay, he's pretty much fully repaired. Alright, good, good, good. Alright, we're back again. We got a Battle of the Tennessee River with George Hollins. He's a very good commander. We've sunk one of their ships, but we're probably going to need some reinforcements here. I'm going to send Foot in. But yeah, they're trying to move up the Mississippi River. We're not going to let them. This might delay our action on the forts if we take too much damage here. But hopefully it won't be a big problem. I think I'm going to pull out the William H. Brown here. And send in. So these two ships are on the Eastern Theater. I know that for a fact, so I'm not gonna... I'm pretty sure, at least. I'm not 100%. But I don't want to send or transfer fleets to the west from the east without controlling the Mississippi. It's kind of a house rule I'm trying to keep. It's probably one of the worst aspects of the naval combat, or the naval aspect of this game. It is just the fact that you can transfer without any chance of interception. It's very, very, very stupid. Alright, we're back. The engagement was a complete victory. One ship sunk of theirs, which was the gunboat, I think it was the Bird. So, oh, and we captured the CSS Jonas, so nice. All in all, pretty good. And it should not delay our action towards the forts. Okay, we're back. I just noticed a major troop movement. Army of the Valley and Army of Southwest Virginia is moving through Culpeper and Rapid End Bridge. Remains to see what they're gonna do, but I'm a little bit worried. Alright, so they just moved the army to redeploy. So, nothing to worry about. I'll get back to you when something else happens. Okay, we're back again. The Army of the Southwest Virginia is moving yet again. Closer and closer. And we just had a small little naval skirmish here. Nothing too important. Whoa, 2 ships captured though. That's good. Yeah, but we're gonna keep them there. Keep blockading. This is just gonna keep happening. The raids, I mean, it's gonna be constant, so it's not much point in me just keep cutting to each naval victory. But if there's anything big happening naval-wise, I will let you know. Alright, let's see what this army does. It seems to have stopped again, so... yep. See you soon. I'm back. I think the time has come. I'm not sure, but I do believe that we are going to launch the first major Western offensive. And we're gonna do it two-pronged. One, going directly to Nashville, hitting it. Well, action... Scratch that. One going to Clarksville first. Build a supply depot there, then move to Nashville. And we're gonna have Grant move to take Fort Heiman, while we have Foote move in to assault Fort Henry. Hopefully this does not end terribly for me, but we will see. And then in a month's time, we're gonna launch another offensive in the far west, so that we prevent them from reinforcing any one of their fronts and using and allowing them to use defeat in detail. We have to keep pushing simultaneously. Although I want to limit that as much as possible in the early years, because that strategy is extremely effective. So we're gonna try and just not do that as much as possible until the late war, if we can help it. But yeah, here we go. Let's launch the offensive. It's 7 a.m. October 14th. Grant's and Buell's offensives begin. Buell is already at Clarksville. Excellent. And he didn't even lose that much readiness, so gonna have him build a depot. The problem with doing this is we're kind of leaving Kentucky wide open. Not wide open, but pretty close to. If they wanted to, they could try and attack it. But we got the Eastern Tennessee forces have transferred like half their troops somewhere else, which is worrying. Yeah, and they have like 17k in the far west. With the Indian Army, it's about 21. So I'm thinking most of their troops are held up in the east and on the coastlines. So majority should be around here. But we'll see. We still don't... Oh yeah, Army of the Valley has almost 42k. Oh, 40k. 32 currently. So what we have to do is we have to force the AI to transfer these troops west. We also don't have... Oh, now we have visual. 15k in Tennessee, Central Tennessee, 5k in the east, and 12k in the Western Tennessee. So around 35k maybe guarding Tennessee. And this army isn't even Nashville, it's guarding Fort Donelson. That's a bummer. But that's pretty historical, so we'll see what we can do with that. Well, yeah, let's keep the offensive going. Hopefully, Buell can bait Crittenden from leaving Fort Donelson. Otherwise, it's going to be a bloody siege there. Actually, let's look at Fremont, and yeah, I think we're ready to send these divisions to Grant if he needs them. Yeah. Gonna hold off for now, though. Alright. I'll come back to you if something else happens. Okay, we're back. I think they're making a move for Alexandria. So so they're moving the Potomac, Army of the Potomac, and Army of Southwest Virginia. Yeah, they've pretty much moved their entire force to concentrate in the east. We're gonna have to prevent him from reinforcing, so I have to send Banks in towards Winchester, and I have to send... Well, I'm gonna keep McClellan in reserve for now since he's pretty low on readiness. McDowell would probably be able to hold himself at Alexandria, no problem, if they do attack. Okay, we're back. Like I said, I know this is not a sound idea. Also, 1 hour. That reinforcement time seems a little bit too good. Anyways, this is not a good idea, but it does prevent them from moving these forces to attack Alexandria, so I don't know if I want to fight this manually or not. I'm just gonna leave it on auto-resolve. I mean, what can I do? It's maybe not the best move I've ever made, but I think you can see where I'm coming from. And then meanwhile, while we're doing that, we're going to use McDowell to push them out of Manassas. Yeah, that's a good idea. Let's also move Butler to Fort Monroe. And Cadwalader. Oh, he's orange. Might as well just let him stay there for now. Yeah, looks good. Alright. Pretty even. Actually, it's in our favor, but I don't trust that. But yeah, we'll see what happens. Meanwhile, in the west... Okay, Polk is moving up the Mississippi. What's he planning? I mean, I'm not going to let him do this, so... I'm just going to send Rogers to intercept. Grant is almost at Fort Heiman. Buell is standby. Is on standby. Alright, Curtis is almost fully reinforced. I'm going to send him to Springfield. And there we go. Polk is falling back. Where, though? Down the river? Yeah, good. Stay down there. Okay, in the east, it looks like they retreated from Manassas. So McDowell did a good enough job of what I wanted him to do. So now I'm just going to pull back to Alexandria. Let's have a look at the battle here again. I might as well have it go for a little bit longer. Let him get some experience. And then pull back to Harper's Ferry. Let's look at our projects. We can buy, or we can get the British Rifles project, which I'm gonna do. Not really interested in these ones right now. What I want to go for is actually the training reform, which I'm gonna get here soon. It's very important to get this early. If you, as you can see, most armies have poor training still, and it's October 1861, so I do strongly recommend getting this one as early as possible. Secondly, let's talk about some changes we did in the past couple of updates. First of all, we got rid of the Prussian weapons project. and replaced it with the Army Modernization Initiative. Basically, what we just did was we reskinned, or not really even reskinned, we just replaced the Drace rifle with the Trapdoor Springfield and the Krupp rifle with the Sawyer rifle. So, because the Prussian weapons just weren't used in the Civil War, and if we're going to be honest, there's really no possibility they would ever be used, just because of their domestic demand was so high that exporting them just doesn't make any sense. But yeah, so you can unlock this with Military Policy 4, and that's another thing. We locked a lot of the policies now behind different, the projects behind different policies, so you will be limited in sort of the chapter you're in, basically. I mean, I can't get machine guns now, but I can get them in Chapter 4 if I want to. But first I have to get this. That's sort of how it works now. Which I think is a much better way to go around a lot of the issues in the game. Like having machine guns firing in 1861 is just stupid. So in AOM, you will not experience that. And that's a promise. Secondly, while we're here, 3 days until we get government funding. Then we're going to get the Tariff Act. And then probably the Confiscation Act. Although, we'll see. But yeah, I'll get back to you if anything happens. Okay, we're back. We are now besieging Fort Heiman. Excellent. Not only are we going to besiege it, we're going to assault it immediately. And after that, we're going to send in the fleet. Hopefully the RNG gods are smiling upon me and they'll let me have a quick victory on Fort Henry, but if it doesn't, I'm going to have to use Grant again, and that might stall the entire operation, but it's what we're going to have to do. And once this depot is done in 11 days, we'll send in Buell to help Grant out. But yeah, I think that's about it. We're now moving as well, Hunter and Curtis, to Springfield. And probably November, December somewhere, we're going to launch that attack into Arkansas. So, stick around. Catch you soon. And when I mean catch you soon, I literally mean seconds. We are not doing well here, so I'm just going to call a retreat. Let's see. Yeah, nothing too noteworthy here. Let's look at the officer loss report. Ullman is the only one wounded. That's pretty good. Just one officer. I'll go ahead and replace him immediately with let's get you there. Okay, so retreat to Harper's Ferry. Branks did the job he was supposed to do. One defeat doesn't really bother me, especially if it prevents a major engagement where I would lose thousands more. So, yeah, I'll catch you again. We're back, and that did not seem to dissuade the Confederates from pursuing the offensive they were gonna do anyways. So, Army of the Valley moving up pretty much 40k, and we got 26k and 8k, so I think I still outnumber them, but not by much. Are you kidding me? Alright, if they're gonna do this, I might as well just use the opportunity to take Winchester. And let's see. This might be a major engagement. It's not what I wanted. Not by a long shot. Alright, let's see what happens. It could just be that they're redeploying troops. That's exactly what was going on, I think. Yeah, they're just moving around a little bit. Oh, well, Banks, abandon what you were planning to do. Yeah, I don't know what they're doing. They're playing deception tactics right now. Can't really guess their movements. Alright, in the west, Polk is now at Dyersburg, which is a little bit closer to where Grant is now, so I'm a little bit nervous if they're going to send that to reinforce, seeing as Grant doesn't even have 20k when it comes down to it. So we're going to have to probably reinforce Grant for the Fort Donelson offensive, though that's going to be after Henry and Heiman if I'm quick enough. And if I'm not quick enough, well, you know, it is what it is. Now that we have British rifles, let's go ahead and order 1,000 of these musketoons. Oh, we got James rifle order ready. Let's get 16 pieces. And we got Springfields ready. Let's order another 10k. Springfields, 3k. No Whitworths. They are just not worth it. Yeah, not worth it. Alright, I will get back to you when something interesting happens. Okay, we're back. Funding has been researched. So let's go to policies and get that tariff act. We can boost our economy, which is not doing particularly well right now. Yeah. It is what it is. Okay, we're back in the east again. They keep pulling these John B. Magruder moves and just redeploying, making it look like, well, making me guess what they're gonna do. But this time I do think they might be for real. Unless they're just gonna move to Manassas. But, alright, they're pulling out of Winchester again. So I'm just gonna have to repeat what I did last time. Send Banks to Winchester. There's not much else I can do, really. Because I have to do something. Because I can't allow them to use their entire force to push on Alexandria. Alright, we're still moving. I'm just looking at this because I'm kind of curious as to why it's so low, the intervention level. It shouldn't be this low. Oh well. It's whatever. Curtis is in Springfield now. Good. Now they seem to just be ignoring Banks completely. And they got this line of armies now, and they're all moving to Manassas, so I'm guessing they're just gonna stay here and have a staring match with McDowell. Very strange, though. Very strange. Right, we're back. It does look like Bragg and Withers are moving their armies from Florida and Alabama to react to the invasion of Tennessee. So we might just have to step on this operation, step on the pedal a little bit. That's a victory. Good job. That wasn't even much of an engagement, to be honest. Oh, by the way, I made a new army here under Pope that has the divisions that are meant for Grant, just to make transfer times a little bit faster. We're back. Glorious victory at Fort Heiman. They've suffered 1,600 casualties. That's their garrison. I think that's a bug, but these men should be captured. I don't know why it says they're not. But we did lose a lot of men in that engagement. More than, you know, what would probably be realistic for a fort like that. But alas, it is what it is. Maybe if I were better prepared, it would have ended a lot better. So let's get him the siege train. And let's move on to Fort Heiman. Set up a supply depot or something. Have Foot take on Fort Henry. And let's pray to the RNG gods that they're in our favor. In 5 days, Buell will be ready to move and help out Grant. So it does look like we might be able to get it before they react, but they are closing in with Withers and Bragg. So we'll see what happens. And I am back. It looks like the Confederates attacked us before we attacked them. They are moving up towards Springfield and are engaging Hunter and Curtis. It looks like a pretty, well, it's not an even fight, but it's close to even. They'd outnumber me if it weren't for Hunter, so yeah, we're gonna fight this one out. I'll see you on the battlefield, and yeah, see you there. Okay, I am back. So I was technically the defender on the campaign map, but because of how battle objectives are decided, I guess they rolled a higher initiative roll, and their readiness was higher than mine, and I am the attacker now. So you could just see this as they were successful in baiting me or something like that. It doesn't frustrate me as much as it does frustrate other people. I think the frustration comes from not knowing what decides who attacks and who defends. But once you know how it works, I don't know, for me, the frustration sort of leaves me in a better place. So we're going to do that, but this is actually to our advantage rather than disadvantage, I feel, because that will allow us to wait for Hunter to arrive and take our time. So that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to build our advantage by waiting, but we're going to set up, let's see the terrain here. I think this is the Wilson's Creek map. Maybe set up right here, I think. It depends how far forward they've set their lines, but yeah, that's what we're going to do. So we're going to hit play, and here we go. I will cut back to you if something happens. I'm back. I didn't even notice the time. We barely had a chance to move, and the day was already over, so... But that's perfect. That's great, actually. Hunter arrived over here instead of over here. So he's even closer than I thought he would be. And I can just move Curtis up if I want to right now. which is what I'm going to do. Actually, can we have something like this going? I can see them now. They're right there by the objective. So when we advance, we're going to set up on this hill right here. If you can see it. It's like a bulge. Bulges here. Let's have Hunter sort of take that flank and Curtis swoop up here. I think that's a good deployment right there. All right, I'll catch up to you when we've fully deployed. Okay, I'm back. All right. The AI was very clever and didn't let me get my reinforcements before making a move. So they are moving towards me right now. So Hunter's just going to have to arrive late. I'm not sure if they're moving to attack or just to redeploy, but to me it looks very aggressive. So let's speed it up, see what happens. Maybe it's just a redeployment. So scratch what I said. Yeah, you can scratch what I said. We're fine. Alright. Hunter is almost here. Has the artillery begun yet? Yes, it has. Alright. We've taken more casualties than them. That's fine. Oh yeah, we get the Indian Home Guard now. I'm gonna have them dismount. And the cavalry can be detached from the main force. I mainly just want Hunter to get here before launching any sort of offensive. The thing is, Hunter's army it's cavalry based, so it's more of a skirmisher army, really, with U.S. regular forces. Oh, and a militia brigade right here. So, Hunter isn't actually going to be much of help, but maybe he can distract him. Oh, they're sending a probe cavalry. Okay. Is that it? You're just gonna stay there? Alright, send Stevenson forward to meet him. Let's see. Cavalry, dismount. And sort of move here. And then the 3rd Division can set up right here. 2nd Division sort of move into the woods. The 1st Division can stay where it is. Just need Hunter to arrive. Okay, now they are advancing now. This is more than just a probe. But it seems to be mostly just the Missouri Guard, State Guard. Come on. Alright, put Sigil in attack. KC, keep you off AI for now. I'm gonna put Mitchell in assault here as soon as I can. Stevenson, you might want to cancel the order I gave you. Fall back. Alright. Assault. And now they're moving. Okay, so think their entire force is on the move now. And the Arkansas seem to be taking up the right flank. Their right flank. While the Missouri's taking the center and left. So. Interesting. Gonna have them on defend or something. Alright, a cavalry skirmish has started on the Confederate right, my left. The 2nd U.S. only has 422 men. Even though I sent him to get reinforced. Well, it makes sense. The regulars don't get that many replenishments. Keep pushing them back across the creek. They're falling back. See, I didn't expect this flank to actually be a win for us. I was thinking it's going to be the opposite. But it doesn't look that way. Mitchell is just dragging his feet right now. Battery. Turn, turn, turn. Blair, you gotta fall back, man. Hunter is engaged. But I don't think I'm gonna win this flank. There's a bit too many of them. Keep pushing, keep pushing. Gonna change into an attack stance just because gotta take the objective if you want to win this battle with fewer casualties. That's a nice move, Washburn. You're forcing them to fall back. See, this is what I like when the AI behaves this way. Although you could dismount, that would be a better option, I would think. They've taken the forest. And my center just does not move. Mitchell. I'm just gonna force him. See, we got a good momentum going here on this flank. But it's worthless if we can't keep the same momentum up on the other flanks. These guys can't push the objective by themselves. It's just not gonna happen. I'm thinking of promoting Washburn after this. I think that was a really good maneuvering. I mean, I still have troops arriving too. They're gonna have to replace some of Sigil's men. I don't think they're gonna... I think Deitzler's gonna break here any second. McNeil too. Casualties are now in the thousands. This is definitely going to be a victory for us. I feel it. Come on, Dodge. Keep the momentum going. This position right here is pretty formidable. I'm not gonna lie. Their morale is plummeting. They're finally pulling back here in the center. This flank is won. Hunter has done a great job. Arrived just in time. So, just keep pushing and keep the momentum going. Okay. We're doing a rapid movement here with the cavalry. Which honestly, this should be dismounting by this point, this range. So if you want to know how to use cavalry, I think this battle pretty showcases the most effective way to use it in AOM. On this flank and on this flank over here. And you're not always going to be lucky, but that was some nice maneuvering. And I think they're going to call a retreat here. So, yep, that's a victory for us. I'm going to drink to that. Got some Johnny Walker Black label right here, so cheers to anyone else who's enjoying a drink. I'll speed things up a little bit. Alright. They lost 20 of their 25 guns. It's the far west. Guns don't really matter much, if I'm gonna be honest. 1,000 versus 1,500. Cavalry casualties are pretty equal. I think I won those cavalry engagements because of superior weapons and because of superior experience. My regulars really did a lot of work there. Yeah. Let's see if anyone got defamed or famous. Okay, Alvord. I think he's leading cavalry right now. That's cool. That's cool. All right, that's it. I'll catch you on the campaign map. All right, we are back. Let's have a look. Colonel DeRosie loses face. Doesn't seem like the rebels had any high up officer casualties. That was a pretty fair battle. So, doesn't really stop me from pursuing the plan I'm still gonna do. I don't know how far they're gonna retreat. Maybe all the way to Fayetteville or Carrollton. But I'm at least going to push the same intended route I was planning on from the beginning. So, no changes to our plans there. In the west here, let's see. Yeah, Grant, you move in and build a depot. What do we got? I'll be right back. I just gotta check how much time has gone. Alright, I'm back. I think we can keep the episode going a little bit longer. I just don't want it to drag on too long. I think there's going to be a lot of engagements coming up in the next 3 months, so it might be worth having an episode just to be like a bunch of battles. I don't know. We'll see what happens, but let's keep the keep it going here. And let's do those promotions I was talking about. So Washburn was one of them. I think he's right there. Right, so he's gonna lose experience, but it's whatever. He's a colonel now. I mean, skill level. This is what he's gonna lose, but yeah, he deserves it, I think. Other than that, was there anyone else? Was Alvord, but I think fame is enough of a reward. Okay, let's watch them retreat. I don't know how far they're going to retreat. Fort Henry is besieged. Good. Oh, we took it. We took it like immediately. That was... oh my god. We had like divine luck. That's insane. Alright, now it's besieged again though by this army here. So Grant abandoned the plan. Force march and yeah, just get there as fast as possible and reinforce Fort Henry. We can move on Fort Donelson. I didn't want it to be this quick, but we're gonna have to move those reinforcements into. Let's see. Well, we're not gonna be able to move them in. So, Grant is stuck with what he has, and that's that. We're probably gonna be able to fight the battle manually anyways. So, let's go. Okay, back in the east, it looks like they're reacting to the Winchester move of capturing it. But that's just 9k. I think you can't really do anything against Banks. Are they actually going to try? They are. I'm not going to bother. I'm just going to let it auto-resolve. That's a stupid move by the AI, but whatever. If they want to waste their manpower, then let them. Okay, back in the east. So for some reason, Magruder was just able to completely outmaneuver Banks or something, because he, against more than 2-to-1 odds, beat Banks. So, yeah. I mean, Banks is a terrible commander, so I'm just gonna move him back to Harper's Ferry, I guess. Alright, so I think this will be our last battle, but it's essentially Grant versus Fort Donelson. So we're about to have our Fort Donelson battle. This will probably decide the outcome of the future of the Tennessee campaign. And once this battle is done, I'm planning on to do another one of those big maps where I just go over all my plans and the current situation. And we're probably also going to have another one of those prologue videos. Preferably when I feel better. But yeah, see you on the battlefield, soldiers. We're on the battlefield. It's Copperton again. So, in this Union campaign, we've already seen this battle. I think it was last episode. But it's fine, because the objective is over here this time. So, that's where we're going. Hopefully this time, my army gets there in time and doesn't stall like it did last time. Number-wise, we are pretty even. I have around 2.5k more than them, and I have about twice the guns they do. Experience-wise, I don't know. I think we're pretty equal. The problem is that most of my guys here started with their morale broken, so they might stay this way for the entirety of the battle. Which means, essentially, we are at an equal playing field. They might even be at a better playing field than me. Yeah, let's start. And I'm thinking that this swamp area is completely unsuitable for attack. And I really don't like any of the approaches to the objective, if I'm going to be honest. I think the best is just to move to Copperton first. And then we're going to move up the road. Instead of attacking through this, I think it's a bridge, we're going to go this way and attack the river crossing here at Hal. And move for the woods. Well, yeah. I will catch you when something interesting happens. We're back. Just like last time, we have a couple of units dragging their feet. But I think we're going to arrive to Copperton in good order. Yeah. No, we're all here now. So, now that we know that the enemy is probably staying at the objective, we're going to make another movement order here. And I will do like I did last time and cut to when something happens. Okay, we're back. McClernand's division naturally arrived pretty much first. So he's the one I'm sending up first. Before everyone else. And who's this? This is C.F. Smith, 2nd Division. He's going to have to take... there we go. And Lew Wallace, who has the least amount of men, will act reserve. Hopefully, these guys move through the crossing. Actually, I think that's exactly what they're doing. And some of them moving through the bridge. It's not what I wanted, but it's not much we can do. Okay, so I'm going to have to do an halt order because I miscalculated entirely how they were going to be repositioned, how the enemy was going to be positioned. Hopefully it goes through. Yep, there we go. Let's have it wheel. Charles will wheel. And you know what? What the heck? Have Lew Wallace take the road. We're at 10 a.m., so we're keeping pretty good time here. Cannon fire has not started yet. I think they'll be at a disadvantage with artillery, seeing as they are in the woods, and I am just outside of it. Gunfire, artillery fire has started. They are repositioning. And I am pretty much in position now with the entire army. So there was no contested crossing, which was probably my biggest fear. Had it been contested, I don't know how this battle would have gone. But now my odds are a lot greater. So the biggest problem, like I said, is these two brigades here under Oglesby and, was it Buford? They need to be detached. So they cannot be used unless emergencies, an emergency situation. So, oh man, they are really lighting them up. Excellent. Okay. So, let's detach every single one of these guns. Because I don't plan on sending them in the woods. And now, let's put them all into assault order. But I feel like if I really want to win this, I'm going to have to micro. Alright. So, are you detached? Yes. Let's begin the attack. Let's have Buford protect and Oglesby protect the artillery on the right because they're going to be exposed. Here we go. Battle of Fort Donelson. Right. Our units are slowly making their way through the woods, and, okay. I didn't even see this. Cruft somehow is dead. Okay. I don't know how that happened. Seeing as there isn't even a loss in his brigade. What? How did he die? That shouldn't be possible, because if he did die, it should say 1 here, but it doesn't. Okay, strange, but we'll carry on. Come on. Don't just stop. Here we go. It begins. Now, if possible, I want to take as many of these guys captive as possible. If we can wipe even a third of this army from the map, it's gonna make our job in the Nashville campaign so much easier. So I intend to play this very aggressively. Alright, let's get in close on the action here. Sharpshooters are moving up. Move, move, move. I sort of don't want to move Lew Wallace's army up the road by himself until we deal with this contingent of the army. Since, wait, what? Oh. Wait. I'm so confused. Why is this brigade? This brigade is under C.F. Smith, yet when I click on this... Oh, okay, I guess it was a bug. Anyways, yeah, C.F. Smith has the majority of the troops in the army, so this is where the avalanche has to begin. We can't begin the avalanche with Lew Wallace. He's just gonna get wiped if he tries to go at these brigades by himself. Let's keep moving up. What are you guys doing? Okay. It's a shame we can't use these 3,000 men who are just standing here. Just because they started broken. But, you know, that's just what happens. Pardon me. Keep the fire up. Come on. batteries out of the way, we might even be able to charge. You know what? That's what we're going to do right now. Charge them down. You can't retreat already. You can't fall back. We have to win here. Cannot lose. I'm gonna... It's probably not smart, but I have to move these brigades up just in case they try and envelop us through this flank here. Come on, what you doing? Sullivan. The officer's down. Jesus. Keep firing, keep firing, keep firing. Do not let up. Do not let up. We got him on the run. Let's keep that. Let's keep that going. I'm surprised they're still holding these guys. It's a little bit of a miracle. They're charging them. Good. They're just sending more and more men into the meat grinder. That was not successful. See if Smith is going to have to try and rally him. We're already stalling the advance here, so I don't know. If this doesn't work out in the first wave, we might have to get this into a 2-day affair. Okay. It just started tipping in our favor. It's gonna be bloody, and it's gonna be close. This fighting is gonna be close. Eye to eye, almost. Tip back in their favor because we got what, 3 brigades retreating now, which isn't good. Casualty wise, we are leading. These sharpshooters are gonna do God's work here, man. Or rather, the work of the army, because that range really matters in these woods. Alright, let's zoom out, get a bigger picture going here. Yeah, they keep sending in more men. And the thing is, they have like 3 brigades still fresh in the background. I don't know how they have so many men. We're supposed to be equal. Maybe they just have a lot of smaller brigades, but more brigades than I do. Whereas I have bigger brigades, but fewer in number. This brigade right here looks really intimidating to me, as well as this one. One, two, three. Yikes. This was sort of what I thought was going to happen, though. I mean, what can you do? Especially with such an equal playing field. As long as these three brigades hold, and they keep pushing. I say that, and WHO Wallace is falling back, but the sharpshooters can keep the momentum going. Then, yes, it does look like they will... Their morale is getting dangerously... Well, -2. But I think they've almost reached a point of too many routes where it's going to be a chain route reaction going. Pushing. Just charge everything in. I don't know where suddenly I got all these brigades from. I guess they were here. Oh, there we go. Retreat. I guess they were just regaining morale. They were always there. Alright, let's try and push our momentum. Keep firing. Don't stop. We're out of time. All right. Let's hear 3 cheers to Graham. Hip hip hooray. All right. They lost some 20 guns of their 30. 1,500 men. We lost around 1,200 men and 6 guns. So, casualty-wise, we didn't do as well as I hoped. But also, this early on in the war, you can't really hope for massive casualty counts like that. Especially not with these army numbers. I mean, it's, yeah, it's unrealistic to expect that. But, hopefully, we can force these guys to disintegrate or run deep back into friendly territory. Let's see if anyone got famous. Burge of the Western Sharpshooters. I would expect him to get famous. And Colonel Cook fall into disgrace. Alright. I'll catch you in the campaign screen. Alright, we're back. Yeah, it just seems like Colonel Croft... Alright, we're back. Looks like the enemy lost Colonel Baldwin. Yeah, and we lost Colonel Croft, so... all in all, it is what it is. But more importantly, we now, strategically, just need to take Fort Donelson, but then we control the Tennessee River, which is huge for us. So that's exactly what we're gonna do, and we're gonna keep pushing. And in 2 days, we're gonna move Buell to take Nashville, and Grant is well, I don't know. We'll see how Foote does against Fort Donelson. If he screws up, then I'll send in Grant. But I think that's going to cut it here. This episode's been going on for a while, and being sick, I probably should rest a little bit more and not have each episode drag out so long. But yeah, pretty good episode. Next episode, what you can expect is we're probably going to wrap up the Nashville campaign. A new campaign in the far west is going to begin. And in the east, we are still reorganizing and trying to counter the deceptive moves of the Confederate forces. We might even start taking more forts on the coastal side of things. But we also, more importantly, we have Bragg and Withers armies moving up to reinforce Tennessee, just like it did historically. So that's going to be exciting, and we'll see what happens. Without further ado, thank you for watching, and thank you to our patrons: John M., Alexbond, Adam F., Scotty, and Mike D. Thank you so much for watching, and take care, everyone.